April 27th. I'm trying something new today. This is a old webcam that I found in storage that I think probably close to about 10 years old now. And I figured, why don't I have some fun with the technology that I have in the house and see if this thing even still works, Like, how much has technology really changed in the last, you know, how much has technology changed in the last 10 years? I mean, it's changed quite a bit. But the question is, how much has webcams changed? And this is a Logitech that I picked up. I forget, but it was like probably like $40-50. I am seeing a little bit of glitching right now. Just trying to give it a shot. And the way that this is set up is it's on top of a 65-inch TV, so it's actually just kind of perched on top of the TV. I have my custom desktop PC that I built like 2-3 years ago. That's attached to the TV because I actually don't have a dedicated monitor at the moment. So I'm just kind of running this like maybe this works, maybe it's not. Maybe I look like I'm coming out of the Matrix. I don't know. And then I have my microphone, my blue Snowball microphone running attached to the computer as well. Just trying to see how this is all working out. I don't know. Okay. Right now it's 10:37. I have technical virtual office hours from 10 a.m. to noon. It's like a 2-hour block that I leave every Monday, where I basically leave Zoom on and then hope that somebody actually responds. And right now, no one's really responding. This has been the case for like the last 3 weeks. So I figure, let me just use this time to experiment with other technology I have. So currently in the house, just a little breakdown, but I have 3 computers that are currently running, doing whatever in the background. The first one is my main MSI Windows laptop. Hey, Steve. Good morning. You like my webcam? Yeah, coffee. Hmm. Yeah. So, can you hear me? Um, so I have 3 computers set up. I have my MSI laptop, which is my main computer that I use for pretty much everything. Um, I have a MacBook Air that I will use for certain applications and other things that I'm doing in the background. And then I have my desktop custom built PC that I use that is using a Samsung TV as a monitor. And currently, what I'm doing with it is letting it run in the background with the TV off, doing folding at home. So if you've heard of folding at home, it's the initiative that's run by the Stanford School of Medicine, I believe. And what you do is it helps break down, I think, the like proteins uh, that to help with vaccinations and like to help develop vaccines and things like that. I think it's pretty cool. So currently, that's the case. I just have it running in the background. Usually, it's been focused toward like cancer research and things like that. But there have been people who have been focusing on using it um, for research for COVID-19, and so there's been an initiative to get more people to get back onto folding at home because it's kind of been in a lull for a little bit. And since I have a third computer and it really doesn't do much else during the day except for like little stunts like this, I just have it running in the background processing foldings and just racking up the points. So that's what I'm doing right now. Having a coffee, doing that. I actually had a fun time the other day. Actually, yesterday, I went on a little bit of a ride. And when I mean a little ride, it's like a 300-mile trip. Only stopping for tacos and then a few pictures here and there. But it was fun. I hope that everyone else is trying to stay as sane as possible. I mean, really, only real things that we can do right now is just try to keep things moving and whatnot. Uh, I'm very curious as to what the playback's going to look like on this. I just decided to just shoot from the hip, plug everything in, test initial audio, and then just go from there. But it's Monday. Some people are at work right now, and then I can do fun things like this. Hey Google, turn on the living room fan. And
Okay, turning on the living room fan.
yeah, that feels a lot better because I will say it's actually starting to get a little warm in here. So pardon the whirring and the buzzing. I have 3D printers running on the. Hi Becky. So I have 3D printers running in the background. I just voice commanded, turned on my fan. I don't have AC in here, so I just I rely mostly on the airflow of of the house. But I'm just kind of doing the best I can here. Um, yeah, I mean, in terms of just trying to stay sane, it's just staying productive, doing what you can, lots of cleaning and putting things together. You gotta do what you can. I'm actually trying to figure out what's the deal with the occasional skipping that this camera is giving. I wonder if it's old hardware or maybe it's just a glitch because of other things running in the background. I'm not really sure what's going on. But this is just an idea of things that you can do, with computers at home. You can actually look like you know what you're doing, which is pretty much the story of how I'm surviving right now. Is pretending I know what I'm doing. Um, oh, by the way, too. So I have lots of toilet paper. Yeah, I got fed up about not being able to find any, so I had a bulk shipment of 96 restaurant grade rolls shipped to me, and I still have 4 dozen left. So I know I've been posting this a few times. Main reason why is because I'm not putting it on public sites right now because I'm giving priority to all my Facebook friends. So if you need TP, I still have about 4 dozen left. I am limiting it to 1 dozen per person per purchase because I got to be fair to everyone. Maximum, of course. I mean, most people probably only need 6, and you're fine. But I am selling those at pretty much close to Walmart cost. So I'm not here to gouge. I just ended up getting a bunch. I took care of my needs, like 2 dozen of them. I'm just keeping, and then I'm selling off the rest so that because I don't want to be sitting on a horde of TP like a giant a-hole, because that's not what I do. Also, right now, if you're hearing what's going on in the background, I do have some masks that are being printed out. Um, they're mask parts. So what I've been working with was have a friend who works at USC CAC, and he's part of the initiative to ensure that our first responders, our doctors, have access to at least pseudo N95 masks because of a potential shortage, in case things really blow up. And so there's been a lot of testing in regards to making masks with 3D printers, and actually the results have been quite successful, and it is relatively inexpensive to create reusable N95 masks with plastic. And so just to show you a little bit about how that works, I have one of them right here. So this is one of those N95 masks that I've been working on. And what it is it's 3 pieces of plastic. You have your main piece right here, and you have a nose guard here. I mean, like a grill kind of thing. And then in the back is another piece that comes off. You put the filtration medium inside, and then you put the cover on top, so it holds the filtration medium in that place. But this right here, in regards to materials, probably costs less than $3 to make. And then acquiring the filtration medium, which usually is like HEPA filters or polypropylene or something like that. That's not fiberglass based because you don't want to be inhaling fiberglass. That's not good, right? But these are the kinds of things that you add a strap over the face. You're good, and you breathe through this. So this is what I've been working on, or at least versions of it. I'm not the originator of this design. Basically, the design was given to me. I have printers. I make them. Yeah, and helping the greater good. So that's my deal. Of course, there have been some other things that I've been making that have been fun. But right now, most of my production energy has been going toward parts for masks. That's really the big thing, and mainly it's because, well, I mean, what else am I going to do? I can only print so many bird feeder things. Or my favorite one is um, the flexible kitty cat. That's been fun. Yay meow. Yeah, flexible kitty cat's fun. I will make these on request if you're asking. Because some people ask like, how much is it going to cost? I'm like, I'll tell you after I calculate the parts and how long it takes to make one of these. So, but this was the Flexi Cat. This was my cool, like, fun experiment. I did have fun with that. So, yeah, I hope my technology works here. It's kind of different though, because usually when I'm doing these broadcasts, I'm very much used to sitting down and looking at a webcam. But right now I'm standing up like it's a talk show, and it's kind of different. But this webcam thing is pretty fun. I'm just like sitting in my room going, that thing hasn't been plugged in. Maybe like with the way that you can see my living room here, it's like, oh yeah, this is spy time. Maybe I should just hack into it. It's like you're not going to see anything interesting except me like sitting behind there and doing something. But anyway, that's my test. Thought this was entertaining. Um, I keep doing more of these standing up. I'll probably like change my jersey every now and then. I miss hockey very much. I really do. You can only watch so many reruns of playoffs and game sevens, and then you're like, I want to see some new hockey. What you can do. Um, oh, by the way, too, I also have a hamster up for adoption still. She's sleeping right now, but I'm down to one hamster. So if you're interested in a hamster, she's very well taken care of right now, but I know that she could get more attention from somewhere else. But I do have that. So, and I should be getting a gallon of hand sanitizer today shipped. Am I trying to hoard? No. It's just one of those things where there was a request for it, and I was able to find a source for it. So I will put up information about that as it comes. I'm just waiting for it to come in on shipment. Also, there was a really cool discussion that I posted on Facebook yesterday about the retail patterns of things that are selling out. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm actually curious right now, since we are in a testing situation, because I always believe in tests. Let me see what happens if I'm able to share my screen so that I can just respond to people's stuff, as it comes. I don't think I can now. Nope, I don't think that's going to work. I was hoping I could, but we'll see. I'll see if I could figure out. I think I have to use something like OBS or a third-party, production software to be able to do like a simulcast of like the screens and stuff like that. I mean, which is fine. I think that if you're going to do a screen share on Facebook, you have to actually keep the screen on the entire time, and you can't switch back and forth like you can with Zoom, which I wish you could. I mean, I've been on Zoom way too much, and it's a cool feature to have. Although I did realize too is that in my Zoom broadcast, and I think it's because I have, I have it through my job, but I'm actually able to broadcast a Zoom meeting through Facebook. So that's got potential for something. Not really sure how that's going to work, but I can give that a shot. Anyway, with that being said, I'm probably going to end up watching an episode of Picard at this rate or start another syllabus. But if you've been watching this, I do appreciate some feedback on what you've seen so far. This particular webcam is rated at a 720 by 480, which is pretty decent for a webcam, considering that depending on how these broadcasts are being transmitted, and also I'm pretty much at the mercy of my internet speed. So very curious what you come up with. Like I said, this is always trial and error, because you never know when you're going to be in a situation where maybe I might have to teach a yoga class. Yeah, I was wearing shorts. Yeah. So, let me know what you come up with. Appreciate the people who watch my nonsense every now and then when I post online, and stay safe. I hope that everyone's still doing okay, and that you're still doing what you're supposed to do to flatten the curve and just to keep yourself safe and everything like that. It's hard to be in this situation, and the really thing all you can do is try to be as productive as you can, or do the things that you've wanted to do if when you wished you had time to do it. And I find that one of the biggest challenges to that is that now that you're in this place, the motivation level kind of varies depending on your mood and where you are with things. And I understand that completely as well. You do what you can. It's, this is just where we are. There's no, as I've said before, there's no right or wrong solution, like answer to any of this. It's the best you can. And just all I ask is that if you do need the help, to reach out and ask for it. The social media, the internet world is a big place. And there is somebody who understands what's going on, because there's a bunch of us we are all going through the same dang thing. Also, before I forget, I want to shout out to Susan, who posted earlier about the whole IRS stimulus check status webpage. So by the way, I'm just going to throw it out there, but you need to put all your address when it asks you for your address and check the status of my stimulus check. You need to put everything in caps. I am not kidding. That was the problem because I've been trying to do it and it keeps giving me this error, and you're like, what the hell? It turns out that you have to put everything in caps, and it'll work. Yeah, I know. I did, and then I was able to put my bank information so I can get direct deposit for the stimulus check. Not kidding. That is the problem. I mean, come on, government. Seriously, you're gonna try to make this hard for everybody? Like, yeah. Okay, Susan for president. Susan for president, or at least Secretary of State. I I applaud that. All right, that's my deal. I'm gonna get out of here, or at least I'll see you on the internet. And feedback's appreciated. I'll talk to you later.